Along the Mississippi Gulf Coast, where land meets tide, we're building a home rooted in tradition but made for the future. This is Design Diaries, the Bay House build.
Lucy and Daisy and I are on our way to Mississippi to start a new project, so my weeks are going to start looking a little bit different. I'm super excited. I have been designing this project since 2020. Here we are on this beautiful piece of property. The camera is ground level to where the house is going to be. And then we've got this beautiful bay in front of us, and we've got this pond. And so it's a really pretty special place. Lucy and Daisy are certainly liking it. The owner's original house was blown away years ago by Hurricane Katrina. The property's been in the family for quite a while, so they were ready to build a more permanent home. No ordinary beach house like most of the homes along the beachfront road, and instead it's a modern reinterpretation of vernacular coastal architecture, a place that speaks to the familiar language of the region, but also speaks it fluently in steel and glass, as well as a strong plinth of tabby stucco. Shame those trees are in such bad condition, probably from Katrina. No, right?
I mean, I would come in and cut all that dead growth off.
Yeah. They probably will once it becomes a focal point of their house.
I'd come in here and do all of them. I'm a little nervous about it because if it doesn't come out of the ground just right, and the steel doesn't go in just right, and the pilings don't go in just right, we've got really specific detailing that has to be perfectly planned out. The last big thing we don't know about the piles is that AC equipment. Is your guy back? He's not back. It's his brother.
Okay. Are you making things up?
I swear to God.
It's my brother.
Yeah.
I just tell everybody, hey, my brother.
But I need to know where the AC, because what I'm wanting to do is for those to be just great. This is gonna still be 16 here, and it's not gonna get down to 14 till like we pass here. You know what I mean? So then the grade breaks here. Yeah.
Well, everything will step, but just...
Yeah. Yeah, so that we don't have to get those AC units up any higher than we have to.
So we'll make sure his brother gets with it.
Okay.
We have like a 6-inch slab that we're gonna take out of it the depression as is, and then come out, like here's our grade beam, and then we have these cantilevered edges that are a foot out here. So like the rim around is kind of a foot, but I was thinking this would all be poured at the same time.
What do you think is going to give a better end product, the topping slab or the not topping slab?
You just added top of the concrete, so either way we created it.
And that's the load.
Yeah.
She's got like 3 things stacked on top of your slab. So I don't know how you're going to do that without picking it in the slab.
What I was doing is
You just
come
don't
around
want this
here.
thing to start.
I hear you. This detail isn't great, but what I've done is you take your rim out here and you run it continuous and attach it, because these are all supported out here, right? Like these all come
You have
out
these walls
and they're
here too, so-
supported. So like this gets supported, and you come out and you have the rim, and then you attach the rim around here, and that becomes a support over here. The tricky part, that's like a bunch of load coming right here on this. So like I have additional reinforcement at these posts that we're gonna have to deal with.
Okay, I think that's the only question for me is like what's going to last, what's going to wear better in the long run.
So that's to support the overhang?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Here we are. We're going to check the foundation for the big pour. Hopefully it's all right.
So it's a 3 foot, 3 foot, and then 8 inches for the wall.
And then we're using a 6-inch block here. You got plenty of room to make 3 feet to make it like move.
I don't though, because this has to stack solid all the way up. This has to be a double sheath wall. So I'm gonna show you the detail. Let's get out of here. So she didn't put the dimension on here. I put the dimension on my plans, which includes be it stucco, be it gypsum board. So this is not 6'8" clear. It should have been at least 9.5 clear.
Okay.
So that's block.
This is architectural.
That's block, and we're using a 6-inch block here. And then that would be 6 inches plus whatever you want.
This has to be 3 inches. And this has to be 3 inches.
You see that 4-inch block we added all the way around to accommodate that condition right there? If you go up there, we had these little 4-inch blocks.
So wait, where's your 4-inch?
Well,
Of course, the house had to be raised given base flood requirements of the area, but we wanted to use some of the under-covered space for parking, storage, eventually a bar, as well as the stair by which you come up into the main state.
Yeah, so this is where I'm worried. Okay.
If you have 8.5 and we have half inch sheet rock on each side, and we're only down a quarter.
yeah.
To make sure you've got room for the gypsum board this way.
Only thing, we'll put a light brim on the porches in
Yeah.
the breezeway, and that's it. And then all the other stuff will get a trowel.
Okay, and the only thing I'm concerned about this ceiling, I think we went over it, was when I don't want to see the plates. And those are the ones you've already got in, right?
Yeah, you're not gonna see it. They're gonna wrap.
Okay.
You're not coming up here, Miss.
So we have our stair shaft.
You arrive and you get a view actually out of the back of the house through expansive glass windows that match the same size of the glass windows on the front of the house, whereby you see the trees and the back of the property before turning back around and coming through into an open dining room and living room area that's characterized by large expanses of glass and a great view out to the bay.
See how you have a view from up here? Here we are. We've got major framing going up right now. That's the steel that's going to cantilever the porch roof out so we don't have to have any columns. And if you come back over to this side, you can see how we cantilevered off this little walkway. There's going to be a set of stairs that come down and wrap around. And then you can see all the framing that's going up back here. So on this side, you've got your kitchen, you've got the laundry room, the guest.
We continued this vocabulary of the steel and glass from the living room double height space. We carried it into the kitchen. You can see here that the kitchen was designed to really take advantage of the balcony space outside where there's a nice barbecue grill.
Which is going to be a big double height space straight down the middle of the house is the living room, the dining room, main staircase, and then a back sitting room.
We can take a view from the card room. It has the same views, except on this side of the balcony, we have a large outdoor fireplace. Looking to the other side of the card room, although it's not fully modeled all the way, you can see that we're starting to think about creating a bar with a built-in behind of what the cabinetry and probably going to add some shelving right here could look like. First glance, when you look at the house, you might notice the pitched roof, a silhouette that is seen frequently in southern homes, but beneath that familiar peak, the story changes, whereby you see a facade of steel and glass, as well as a massive cantilevered porch, which floats out towards the bay. There are no columns, no clutter, just a view and a clean edge to the open sky. So we're going to take you on a 2-year journey showing you how this house comes together from foundation to framing to interior finish and all the ups and downs that go about to make that journey possible.